Hey, how's it going, everyone? Max Fisher here from Inverted Universe. It's Fired Up Friday, so we're gonna get to it. This time we're talking about self-discipline. Something very important if you want to make your dreams happen. It's one of those determining factors that every successful person has. Now you gotta ask me, everyone's gotta ask me, you know what? I know, I get it. I gotta do the things I gotta do, but like I just can't sometimes. Sometimes I don't have it in me. I don't have the willpower. I don't have, listen, I get that. Trust me. I didn't come from where I am, or, I didn't come to this spot right now without going through some highs and lows with the self-discipline to make the understanding. I mean, you gotta look at it this way. When I started doing this, just working out in this dingy, garage with whatever equipment I had and working out at home and, maybe training a little bit here and there with some other things, I had a little bit of a lack of self-discipline. I would, things would draw me away quickly. I didn't have that firm focus and, drive behind every workout, behind everything that I do, behind, my purpose, because ultimately my vision wasn't clear enough, and it wasn't in my, who I thought I was. Your self-image is extremely important, and to change that self-image, to be able to restructure it, sometimes there's certain words that'll influence you, that'll restructure your beliefs, or maybe you can change them through logical thought, but there's certain things that you just have to take action on. And over the course of just taking action, over the course of just doing it, it does change who you are, because you've committed to something. And if you weren't able to commit before and can stay consistent, then you probably couldn't see results, and then ultimately you made this self-image that you don't have either self-discipline or willpower, or that this was your body type, or you just don't see results, so it's not worth it. Let me explain to you that sometimes the easiest way to change yourself is just to make the change. Now, that sounds a little ridiculous, but because that's an oversimplification of it. You're not just making the change, but self-discipline is about doing the things you don't want to do, no matter how you feel. Like, you just got to go and do it. If you're tired, if you're sick, if you're whatever, it doesn't matter. That's how you build that self-discipline. And just let me think about it for a second. If you're sick, you're tired, you're hurt, you got fired yesterday, you broke your arm or whatever, and you just say, fuck it, you know what? The hell with it. I'm just going to grind. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to make it happen every day, because I just don't care anymore. I'm tired of this. I want change. If you just make that commitment, make that self-discipline, and you just keep going after it, you'll have this feeling it changes everything. Because to see something out there and say, I want that, doesn't mean that you feel like you deserve that. But if you put in the work every fucking day, if you make that discipline, if you do it when you don't want to do it, that's going to make you have that feeling that you truly deserve this thing. You've put the action towards it. You've sacrificed. That's what self-discipline is about sometimes. It's about some sacrifice. Because ultimately, you'll never achieve anything that you don't think you deserve. It's just not the human nature. If you don't think you can get it, even if you do get it, it'll only be for a short period, because it's not in your belief system that you can keep it, that you can attain it and keep it. So that's like the idea behind this, guys. Starting off with self-discipline, just going balls to the wall. I mean, that's it's a bold approach. But if you are really unhappy with your life, you don't need to make 1 degree increments. You need to make a whole entire 180. Now that 180, I guess, some people can make those choices. Some people can just say, the hell with it, and never turn back. Other people do need those 1 degree increments. Maybe you're going to start your disciplines off small and build upon those. Wake up at 6 and, do a 10-minute workout 3 times a week. And you build that discipline, and once you got that down for the 60 days, maybe you're going to move it on to, working out 10 minutes 5 times a week. And then maybe the next 60 days after that, working out a half an hour, 4 or 5 times a week, and just build on that till you're where you want to be at your goal. And eventually you'll put so much discipline and, self-worth and sacrifice towards what you're trying to accomplish that there's no turning back, and that that's when the self-discipline isn't needed anymore. You have a motivation, you have a vision. But you are going to have to start with self-discipline. That's part of the formula. That's part, like I said, the Fibonacci sequence, it starts with 0 and then 1, 1. You have to get that momentum built up. Eventually it starts multiplying, and every time it comes around full circle, it gets bigger and bigger, and then, you feel that inner drive start to push you instead of having to, push yourself. Now, it's never going to end. I want you to understand that self-discipline is a will. It's a muscle. It's a mental connection that you make with things other than, just your comfort. Because you're going to have to step outside your comfort zone if you're going to be self-disciplined. It's not going to be easy. Making those changes, waking up early, getting yourself in the gym, but nothing ever was easy in the beginning. When you first started trying to walk or talk or socialize with, I'll take that one back. Socialize with other kids, I'm sure that, they don't really have a problem with that. Maybe some kids do, but the fact is, certain things aren't going to be easy in life. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to develop the skill. And the only way to develop the skill sometimes is discipline. Now, self-discipline, if you want to be successful, that's going to be part of it, because not only are you going to have the discipline to do the things that you want to do that you actually even like doing. I mean, like some people, I like working out, don't get me wrong, but I still have to build that self-discipline some days, like when I'm sore, when I'm tired, when I'm lethargic, when I've already worked out 3 or 4 times. I still have to use that self-discipline to get me to do something I love to do. But what's even harder than that, and more important, for the reason to build this self-discipline and keep it with you, not just let it fall to the wayside once you accomplish your goals, is if you truly want to be successful, there's going to be things that you don't like to do, that you'll never like to do. No matter how good you get at them, you're going to hate to do them. If you have that self-discipline, you're able to power through those moments. You understand you have to do it, so you just go and do it. That's the power. That's the power of will. That's the power of self-discipline. That's the power of having a vision. That's the power of having goals that you're striving for, making those little chips at that block every moment. I think it was Michelangelo. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was Michelangelo that said that sculpture was always there. I just had to chip away the rough edges. That's all you got to do, guys. The inner, the best, the ultimate of you is inside. You just got to work away at chipping away those rough edges, guys. Making those disciplines, changing those habits, becoming the person you want to be. Path isn't always easy. You're going to have some trials, some tribulations. You might cry, you might sweat, might drip a little bit of blood here and there. But hey, with all that becomes that feeling of deserving what you're after, what you're chasing. And with the law of attraction, the energy in your body, the emotions that you're putting out there, the logical thought is making that manifest that much quicker. You have to truly believe you desire it to get it. So through hard work, a lot of that factor is taken account for. A lot of it, you have to deal with in your own mind, your own negativity, your own limited self-beliefs. But we can change part of that just through action, just through showing up. That's all you got to do is show up, guys. That's what discipline's about, just showing up. If you're thinking it's going to be hard, just say to yourself, I just got to show up. Let's show up for 5 minutes. Let's just show up for 10 minutes. If you're just making those little chips, think about it. Even just building that willpower to start that 5 minutes. Probably you're not going to give up after those 5 minutes, but even if you do, you still made that effort. You still built that willpower. You still, that little bit counts, guys. Every day, that little bit counts. It's Fired Up Friday, and I know the weekend's coming, and you know, for some of you it was hard. Some of you it was difficult. Some of you, you know, people that you love might have taken ill. People that you hate might have gotten over on you. Your dog might have died. You might have broken your leg. You might have had a rough week, guys. I understand that. But take those little disciplines and push through those hard times, and you're going to find something great on the other side. This is Fired Up Friday. I hope I got you guys motivated to take some action this weekend. I'll see you, sometime this weekend for our Weekend Warrior series. Stay tuned. Max Fisher. Oh, look, the first day of winter. Oh, wait, no, it's almost April. What the fuck?